Ms.
Mhm.
Rice, let me start with you. Uh,
Okay.
what is it that you want people to know about what you're feeling right now in this moment?
Well, I'm very overwhelmed and I'm aggravated and I'm frustrated.
Mhm.
Yes, that's the feeling that I'm having right now. Because I went to bed and I woke up and I seen the young lady Tamika Mallory on the Grammys. And it just irritated my soul so bad I had to say something.
For folks who haven't heard it, let's play the brief clip of Tamika Mallory on the Grammys during a performance of, I believe it was the rapper Little Baby. It's very short. Let's just play it so folks have some context. We can play that clip.
It's a state of emergency. It's been a hell of a year. Hell for over 400 years. My people, it's time we stand. It's time we demand the freedom that this land promises. President Biden, we demand justice, equity, policy, and everything else that freedom encompasses. And to accomplish this, we don't need allies. We need accomplices. It's bigger than black and white. This is not a trend. This is our plight. Until freedom. Until freedom.
So, Ms. Rice, you were saying in one of your posts that, and I'm paraphrasing here, that you felt like there was some clout chasing going on. And some people are interpreting it as, well, she took that as a moment to call out President Joe Biden. But what, as somebody who has been in this movement, have been personally affected, explain why you felt like it was clout chasing.
Well, it is clout chasing. I don't feel that's what it is.
Hmm.
Um, Anytime you have activists, people we don't even know where these people come from, that's be speaking on behalf of our children. We never asked them to represent us, and then you rep the benefits with movie deals and book deals, and you develop a platform off our children, off our dear children. Absolutely. So we're gonna call it what it is. They avalanche chasing Benjamin Crump, Lee Merritt, up and down the United States. We are tired. Okay, we're tired. I'm still building a center for my son. And
Hmm.
Black Lives Matter got the nerve to act, say they got $90 million after 6 months or something. Whatever the case, whatever the wording, I don't have to get it right. I know the facts. You know what I'm saying? So as I'm building and still fighting for justice for my son, because we still got a 10 months left to get perjury charges on Timothy Loman on a state level in Cleveland, Ohio. Those type of people, Shaun King, Tamika Mallory, Patrice Cullors, y'all make it very hard for us to fight our fight. The families need to be always on the front line, and they need to step up and start saying their kids' name and start coming together as one. So that's the problem that I have, because they make my job hard. I'm tired. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm sure everybody around the world is tired too. They ain't taking care of the community. You got families that's homeless, can't even bury their kids. But you living in good, you living real good off our kids, our babies' blood, loved ones. So I have every right to be angry and mad. It's nothing wrong with me. I'm fine. Shaun King want to attack me, but why are you attacking me? You know what time it is. You know what you be doing. So I don't understand why I'm the bad guy. But I can't be the bad guy because I ain't the only one to feel like this. So
Hmm.
hey, I ain't the only one to feel like this. So I must be doing and saying something right. You know?
Miss Simpson, what was your reaction to the Tamika Mallory's speech at the Grammys?
I'm tired of the shucking and jiving in my fight. This ain't a party to me. We dying on the streets every day, and she want to be up there shaking it fast and watching herself. Not on my watch, not in my fight.
Let me ask y'all, because I think it's important to know what the best thing is from y'all perspective. Uh, what is the line, as far as from your perspective, of activism and clout chasing? What would you like to see as a better way to be an activist versus, as y'all are saying it, clout chasing? We can start with you, Miss Rice.
Thank you. Yes, because someone just asked me that question, so let me clear it up. When you're benefiting off the backs of our baby's blood, and you getting a movie deal or a book deal or any type of platform that you have created because you out there saying our child's name, exploiting our family and things like that, that's what I mean by clout chasing. It's more than one Breonna Taylor. It's more than one Tamir Rice. It's more than one George Floyd. It's a whole bunch of us out here, and they need the support and love and everything too. So that's what I mean, clout chasing. These high profile cases, I never asked to be a high profile case. Let's keep that in mind. They said my son's name, thank you. But I mean, what you want me to do? I can speak for my son. I speak for myself and I speak for Tamir. I don't need you to speak for me. I'm the one should be getting the movie deal and the book deals and stuff like that. Although I have I have had some offers, but I'm not impressed. I mean, I don't need none of that. I don't, that's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to serve the community. You know what I'm saying? So book deals and movie deals, that doesn't mean anything. Yes, nice. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't mean nothing to me. It may mean something to y'all, but it don't mean nothing to me because I done lost everything I got. So I'm gonna continue to try to fight for justice for my son, get my center built. We raising money every day. I'm in need of money to build my center.
Ms. Simpson, the same question to you, as far as the line of, what can an activist do to do the actual work but not be perceived as clout chasing?
Get behind us, families, and stop trying to be in the forefront. Stop trying to be the narrative of our situations. Stop trying to be the people's champ, because you're not. Because we ain't getting no victories out here. Nobody haven't got justice. All this corporation want to give us is monetary benefits, and monetary benefits don't get us justice. So these activists, these movements, these networks, and these orgs, this our fight. If they want to stand down with us, get behind us. We tired of them being up in the front, messing up our fight, because they have clearly messed this fight up and got people thinking that our fight is all about money, but it ain't about money. They can give me back richer. I'll shut up right now, but they can't give me my son back. So I'm not going to shut up. And I'm going to bring awareness to all walks of life about how these entities come into our life and get paid off the death of our kids and then just leave us at the funeral.
Ms. Rice, you said Benjamin Crump, Attorney Crump, who was once your lawyer, you called him an ambulance chaser. What about your working relationship with him that folks may not know led you to feel like he's an ambulance chaser?
Well, I mean, that's what he is. But in my case, since Tamir was so global, I met Benjamin Crump, and I thought that he had everything under control. In during the time that we were working together, things just wasn't feeling right. Things wasn't adding up right. I didn't have a lot of my paperwork that I was looking for and that I was entitled to. So I ended up firing Benjamin Crump about 6 to 8 months into our case. It was questionable if he knew any of Ohio laws, and that threw a red flag. Also, some of the behavior that he displayed, I just didn't like it. So I decided to fire him and get with my third set of attorneys.
And Ms. Rice, you also address Shaun King, and I have to ask you this. Shaun King has been accused of mishandling fundraisers, and he's denied that, and I've had him on my show before. Did he in any way mishandle funds for your family?
Well, yeah. Well, in the beginning of this, when I was trying to open up a bank account for Tamir, my lawyer called me. Now, this had to happen in 2014. No, actually, this happened right a couple weeks after Tamir's death. Somewhere around in a couple months, couple weeks, whatever. He called me and said, somebody got a $60,000 check for you. I said, well, who is it? He said, some guy named Shaun King. I said, okay, well, all right, well, get the check and, what we gonna do with it? At that time, I had problems opening up the business account, so the attorney put it in the estate of Tamir Rice. Okay. And an article came out that the attorneys, my first set of attorneys, I got rid of them because they were trying to charge me 40% of everything that I had in the case. So I got rid of them because of that. And they got paid from that money that Shaun King donated or gave to us. It was in Tamir's estate, and I had to split some of it with my kid's father. So I know he probably raised more than that. And Shaun King, I'm gonna need the rest of my money that you raised on behalf of my son, because I didn't ask you to do it. This is what happened. I didn't know this man from nothing, but he raised some money and he sent me a $60,000 check. Of course I took it. I ain't know no better. Of course I took it. Me and my kids I was homeless, struggling after the death of my son. Yeah, I took it. I ain't really had no choice. So I can't make this up. So I'm gonna need the rest of my money. And I think I had heard that he had raised $100,000, but that's what I heard. I don't have proof of it, but I can tell you he sent me a $60,000 check when I didn't even know who this man was.
And you're saying it was much more than that.
I'm sure it was. I was told that it was 100,000, but I don't have the proof.
Miss Simpson, folks may not be aware of your son's story. I think it's really important. Your son was shot by LAPD officers in July of 2016. Please tell us a bit about your son and his story.
My son's name is Richard Risher, Risher. And on July 25th, 2016, he was running while being Black, and LAPD shot 70 shots at my 18-year-old, and my baby took 35 shots. I haven't went to court yet. I'm still out here fighting. I had to make the most horrible decision a couple of days ago about my son's case. It's sad how they kill our children out here and then make us have to make decisions that we don't want to make on our son's case. So I've been fighting this fight for 5 years, and I'm still here fighting with my boots on the ground. I'm supposed to go to court May the 11th, but with this COVID and this pandemic, I don't know if I'm going or not, but that ain't going to stop me though.
Thank you for sharing that. Ms. Rice, let me ask you this. It's a strange thing because I can't even imagine the kind of trauma, right, that you and your family and so many families have went through. And is it a good thing when your son's name is constantly brought up? Is it, it's a weird balance. I see people on award shows or on social media bringing up your son, and I'm just wondering, how can folks respectfully do that to mention your son? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, I don't think it's nothing wrong with folks saying their names, period. But when you're ripping the benefits of it, that's a problem. And that's what I can't understand. I mean, we all know how the organizational nonprofit world goes. So, and if we don't know, I don't have time to give you a one-on-one class. So whoever is in nonprofit organization, they know what I'm talking about. They know how that money is funneled. They know this, they know that, they know the game. So they getting paid off our children. And these people thinking that they're actually helping us. When they out there saying Tamir Rice, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, they really think they helping us. I talked to Breonna Taylor's mother a couple weeks ago. She said she don't even like Black Lives Matter. I asked her about Tamika. She didn't really have too much to say. Again, they get with these families, they cuff them. They brainwash them, and then can't none of the families get to the families. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to get to Breonna Taylor's mother and Amanda Berry for years. When this first happened, nobody put me in contact with them because they knew that I was going to give them the game. That's what happened. So you see how God works. So that's not my fault. I've been asking. I mean, as Tamir mom, I know that people listen to me. I know I got a platform. So when the mother of Tamir Rice asked to speak with you, you think you might want to speak with me, but I don't know if they ever got the message because they would, you get blocked. I couldn't get to them. So finally, one day, a couple weeks ago, I reached out to him on Facebook on Messenger, And I had brief conversations with both of the women and just let them know we here for you. You know, whatever you need for us mothers, we here for you. We want to see you, want to check in with you, you know. And I don't know if they quite understand what's going on, because you do be in the fog for a while. You be in the fog.
Mm-hmm.
But I need for these moms to speak up. Why are you letting this lady keep speaking on your child? And don't you know it's other Breonna Taylors out here too? So that's the thing that keeps the division. It keeps dividing us, and I'm tired of it. You know, they did that to me too. You don't think I get picked on because I'm Tamir Rice's mother? They pick on me, but I try not to let that bother me, because I'm still out here working for the people. My work shows what I'm doing. I don't have to prove nothing. I'm not on a high horse. I don't need to be. I done lost everything I got. My life has been destroyed because of what happened to my family. You better bet your bottom dollars on that. So at this point, you know, I just want them to get out our fight. I want them to make sure they give us our money, our checks, take care of the community. And if they're going to be a part of this community, make sure they put programs in the community and make sure they uplift the community like correct. Don't be getting movie and book deals off our sons and our loved ones' blood. That don't make no sense. It don't feel good. It don't make no sense. So that goes for whoever listening around the world, around the country. I mean, that's not right. So until you be in this situation and feel the pain that I feel, you will understand what I'm saying, because you'll be sitting back looking like, what is they doing? They messing our fight up. You think the white man ain't looking, and you think he like, oh no, we can't take them serious. Look at them, they dancing in the street, they parading in the street. That's why we can't get no justice, because we ain't mad enough. We too busy smiling and laughing. What we doing, babe? What we doing? Shucking and jiving? I got a damn son. Damn your Grammys, your Oscars. I don't give a damn what you got going on. Timothy Loman needs an indictment on a federal level, if you ask me. But since they quietly closed my case, didn't even get in contact with me. I don't even know how my case was closed during the pandemic. I need to talk to the Biden administration. They need to have a conversation with me. And if they're not going to have a conversation with me, I need to speak to Mike O'Malley, the prosecutor in Cuyahoga County, because my case was messed all the way up. My son was shot less than a second, okay? And they had no business having that police even on the force. He was unfit to be a police officer, and they already knew that.
Yeah, didn't he lie on his application? Didn't he lie on his application?
He lied on his application. The chief, when he was working at Independence, said that he was incapable of being trained to be a police officer before he came to Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? I'm in pain. I'm in hurt. I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired. You know, so, you know, those Melina Abdullahs, the Patrice Cullors, I need y'all to make this right. Shaun King, I need y'all to make this right. Tamika Mallory, I need y'all to make it right. Because I'm one mother that you're not going to play with, and they already know. And this ain't got nothing to do with nobody but me. I woke up and I seen it. Somebody sent it to me. I said, oh no, this gotta stop. This gotta stop. And I did what I did. I said what I said. Could I have said it in a different way? Yes, I could have. Yes, I could have. But at the time, hey, it got me angry to see it. And here we go once again. You know, maybe you should have had some mothers on the stage with you, Tamika, and some family. Maybe it wouldn't have looked too obvious. And this ain't got nothing to do with little baby. Although, I had heard some stuff about your little baby. I heard that you used that mirror in Atlanta, Georgia, and you didn't get that artist's name, Sheila Paris. But I ain't gonna hold it against you. But this ain't got nothing to do with little baby. I like little baby. This ain't got nothing to do with him. So I wish people stop connecting him and everything. To me, he ain't got nothing to do with this. My direct message was for Tamika Mallory, the activists, Shaun Kings, and the Black Lives Matter Patrice Cullors of the world. There you go.
Ms. Simpson, and I'd love for you to address this too, Ms. Rice, from a policy perspective, like what can be done from a policy perspective that would be some kind of a bit of justice, right? You were talking about Biden, Ms. Rice. What can be done from a policy perspective? What should we be asking for, demanding for, to get justice for these people that don't have justice?
Well, they
From a
need to
policy,
open up. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
from a policy standpoint,
Yeah.
they need to revise the defensive life doctrine. That's in the Constitution. It's execution without trial, police homicide. And in the abstract, it says that they can kill us in a cruel and unusual fashion without no due process. And it only applies to blacks. And I got a problem with that. That's why we dying out here, because they have statutes that's governed that they can kill us and they get away with it.
We're having a slight audio issue. Can y'all stay on while we go to break and fix the audio issue? Is that okay? Okay,
Yeah.
that's okay. Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna fix our audio issue. We're gonna head to a break, and we'll come right back. Clay Kane Show. Be right back.
You're listening to the Clay Kane Show.
Ms. Rice, I know you and Ms. Tamika Mallory haven't met, and I'm curious to know, is there anything that I mean, if she reached out to you, like, is there any way that y'all could work together? Is there any?
No,
could you
it's no working together because she has created a platform. What type of First of all, what we gonna work and do? Because she already created her platform, and guess what? My platform was given to me from the death of my son. So tell me what type of work we gonna do? Because I ain't interested in no movie deals and book deals. That come to me every day. I have to turn away that every day. So tell me what we gonna do? Because if we ain't going up to the Congress, remember being Crump and Stephon Jackson went into Congress. And what did they do? Can anybody? I'ma wait. Tell me, what did they do? They went up into Congress and did what on behalf of George Floyd? Oh, okay. So, like I said, what you say?
Sold him out.
So this is the thing. We need to be having conversations with the Supreme Court. We need to be having conversations with the Congress. We need to be having conversations with the judges and prosecutors and everybody's that's in charge of, and whether that's the DOJ, the CIA, the FBI, whoever that is. Since y'all doing everything in y'all power to be seen, because I ain't trying to be seen. I never wanted to be seen. But since y'all doing everything in y'all power to be seen and getting the momentum, let's have them conversations with those folks. That's what I want to do. Because I need justice for my son. That's what I need. I got 3 other kids that's looking at me every day that I gotta look at with sad faces. And they out here don't know which way to go. You understand? It's not easy. It's not easy to destroy a family. You know what I'm saying? But my family is destroyed. But for the most part, they living. Let me just say that my children are living and they doing the best that they can these days. They've been in counseling, therapy, but they gonna always have that image of their brother. My 14-year-old daughter at the time, remember, she was 14, handcuffed, forced to watch her brother die in the back of a police car. So don't ask me why I'm mad. I got every reason to be mad. My 16-year-old son at the time, surrounded with 8 police officers around him. Okay? So I got every right to be mad. And give me an ultimatum, you either stay here or go with your 12-year-old in the ambulance truck. I had to leave 2 kids at the scene of a crime to go with my 12-year-old. I got every right to be mad. But what you ain't gonna do, you're not gonna shuck and jive in this fight when I'm trying to get justice for my kids and get these cases and also advocate for these cases to be reopened, and support these families as much as I can. If they allow me to support them, because, you got to allow me to support you. You got to allow for me to come in, because I'm not playing no games. I don't have time. I just don't. I'm doing a whole bunch of things around the country. I don't have time. So that's just where we at going for. I don't really know if it's a conversation that we can have. I don't know. I just know I need them to go ahead and get out our fight. They built the platform. Go on and live on your platform and get about this fight. Because one thing you have showed me is that when the next big case come, you're going to go cuff that family too. And we ain't going to be able to get to that family to help that family. And y'all going to get a case to Ben Crump.
Let me ask you, I believe I saw you repost something, Ms. Rice. if I'm wrong, correct me, please. But you reposted something that said the local Black Lives Matter chapters were actually doing some good work versus the bigger ones. Is that
Yep,
accurate? Okay.
that is accurate. Yep, because we do have some local chapters that has been doing the work, and they have been left behind. They didn't get a chance to get anything. Absolutely. Yep. But
That's good.
I ain't talking about no local chapter in LA with Melina Abdullah. We ain't talking about that chapter. I'm talking about the Cleveland chapter. They've been doing a little work. You know, they don't be out there clout chasing. They actually work for the families. They be there and supportive of myself and things in the community that they need to do. I think now I don't know if the I don't know, sis, you might have to help me out with it. I don't know.
I don't know none. I'm gonna keep it 100. I
I'm done with
don't know no
well,
Black
because that's
Lives
because
Matter
I'm from
chapter to help people.
that's because I'm from Cleveland, and the reason how that was developed because of my son. Like one of the people that's Black Lives Matter, Cleveland. You know, she's one of she my cousin, and then Kareem, Peoples and everything. And I tell him, I say, I be checking them all the time. Just make sure y'all doing right by the community, and I won't have to come for you. And they do right for the community. Absolutely, they do right. Absolutely. So
Yeah, they
I,
show.
I
I can
can't
say
speak
them
for
two do. Them
I
two
can't
do.
yeah, I
I
can't
can't speak for everybody though.
yeah, I don't really because I don't really know a lot of them, but I'm sure that even when I was my brother Dre in Atlanta, they was doing some stuff down there, but they didn't get the recognition that they got, so the chapters did not stay together. So some of the chapters or most of the chapters that was doing the work, a lot of them ain't even together no more because of with the global
Global
network had
Network.
yeah, they
Mhm.
didn't support them. You know what I'm saying? They kicked them out of the encampment. So they was doing the work, but they didn't never get compensated or anything for it. So they all kind of like broke up. So I'm sure like Atlanta, I think now I don't know if Louisville, I don't know if Louisville and them, I ain't gonna speak on it, but I may have heard something or two. But let me
So,
see.
so, so
Go
Ms.
ahead.
Rice, so what y'all are saying, if I have this right, are y'all saying that the larger Black Lives Matter organization, Black Lives Matter Global Network, that it's affecting the smaller chapters? Is that what y'all are saying? That it's having an
Yes.
impact? Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
The
because the
smaller
small
chapters are putting in all the work, and the global network is getting the paycheck, and they getting all the recognition. They getting all the rewards. They getting everything, and they don't have a boot to the ground. Period. They got their wallet
exactly.
to the ground.
Yeah,
That
because you don't see them really out there. You see the chapters doing the work, and they're the reason why they got all that money because the chapters did the work around the country. So, it's just messed up, and it makes our movement messed up. And that's why you had seen a couple weeks back where they were coming for Black Lives Matter. These people ain't just coming to them for nothing. These people was actually out there doing the work. What are you talking about? So it's just messed up, and it makes our fight as parents harder and things like that. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I don't know if it's a conversation that we can have. I don't know what she want to talk to me about. I mean, like I said, I could have said it differently, Tamika. I didn't have to call you out your name, but baby girl, you out of pocket. You out your lane.
mm-hmm.
You was in the Me Too movement. That's where I seen her at first. Remember, she was in the Me Too movement for the women, and then she jumped into our fight, police terrorism. I always say police terrorism. So they she jumps into our fight. And where did my Sonny and Linda Sad Sorrows, where all them people come from? We ain't never seen them people.
We ain't
That's what
never
I'm just
seen
saying.
her. Who hired her? Who gave her the job? Who is her rep? I want to know who the person that told her it was cool for her to get out here and represent us, our dead children, by shucking and jiving and shaking her ass on stage. That don't make no sense. That's not justice. Justice is the prosecution, the conviction. We want somebody held accountable for killing our kids. What do we want? Murder charges. When do we want them? Now.
Now.
If we can't get that, we don't want to talk to nobody. That's what we on. Because our kids didn't deserve to die. Period. Every kid had a gun. Every cop feared for their life. Then you need a new job, baby. You need to go work at the cemetery with the dead people so you don't got to be so scared.
People were asking me if y'all have a Cash App. If y'all have a Cash App, if you could share that.
Mine's Samaria Rice with the $sign in front. And then I have the you can also donate at the Tamir Rice Foundation. Check out the website at www.tamirericefoundation.org.
Ms.
And
Simpson?
mine is $ Lisa Lee 693.
Also, I want to say one thing, Clay.
Please.
For the world that's watching, just keep in mind that I'm building a community center. I have invested my own money into the buying the building. The building needs to be renovated. It is a statement out there that I put out there. Some things that we are in need of, etc. Folks can email me. We could talk about it. If there's any good contractors out there, legal, got credentials, get with me. That want to be a part of building the Tamir Rice Center, Afro Central Culture Center. That is my main goal. That is my main focus. I didn't even know none of this was going to go viral. This has took a lot of time and energy from me, because my focus is building my center and fighting for justice for my child. So, thanks, Clay. Thanks for having us on.
Thank you. Please, absolutely. Just before y'all go, I was just wondering if you could give me just some memories of your child, just to share with us, if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Lisa.
Man, my son was full of life. He was a clown, a comedian. He knew how to sing. He loved to dance. He loved the children. He was just, he was just full of life. And they took a wonderful thing away from me. That was my heart of my kids. He was just like me. We acted like we did. We had a lot of attributes that was the same. And I miss my Pudas, man. You feel me? My baby was 18. He didn't even get to live a life. He didn't get to give me no grandchildren or nothing. It's crazy.
Yeah, Tamir had just been 12 for 5 months, because he turned 12 June 25th, and he got murdered 2014 November 22nd. So he was only 12 for 5 months. So going through them stages, he's transitioning from playing with Legos to the little video games, but also transitioning back, playing, watching cartoons. Some of his favorite pizza, food was pizza and chicken nuggets. He was quite athletic, loved to play basketball, and he was on a soccer team at R.J. Jones in Cleveland, Ohio, one of the West Side schools that we have. Full of life, just a kid, being a kid, just being a kid, a big smile, love to make his brothers and sisters laugh. Very talented young man. I don't even know what my son could have been. He was shooting 3-pointers at 12 years old, shooting threes. The big boys wanted him to play with them on the basketball court. Play football, love to ride his bike, skateboards. I mean, he's just an all typical American boy. I was able to give him and expose him to the things that was not available for me growing up. So just a kid, all my kids. I have 3 high school graduates. I would have had 4. And it ain't easy getting 3 kids out of high school when you come from the ghetto, when you come from poverty. And although 2 of my kids were still in school when Tamir was murdered, I still managed to get them out of school.
Well, I want to thank y'all for coming on. I wanted to speak to y'all. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to speak to y'all because y'all are the mothers. So I just wanted to speak to y'all. So
yeah, and let me clear one thing up, Clay, because when it comes to policy making and things like that, like, I'm not a lawyer. This is not what I wanted to do with my life. Okay, so let's get somebody in here to come work with us so we can make sure we doing the right thing. Folks want to reach out and say, hey, we policy makers. Hey, what y'all want to see done? Let's see how we can address the Constitution and things like that. That's what I'm into. I'm into having those type of conversations. I ain't got time to be in no clubhouse behind no doors and none of that, because it needs to be done and it needs to be said.
Yeah.
We out here dying out here, man. We dying.